Chef Anthony here, Dawn's Appliances, ready with Carl Larson from JennAir. Carl, say hi to everyone here at home.
Pleasure, Carl with JennAir. Thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
We're talking about JennAir. We were just finishing up about obsidian interior and the Great Lace, but now let's jump into the two collections that really turn heads here, and I'll let Carl speak on the rise of Noir and kind of that bespoken, that we've been talking about for the last 3 days.
Of course.
Okay?
No, I think you bring up a great point here. So within JennAir, there are two different and unique design expressions. Rise, which is the more traditional, updated, a little more bold, a little more strength, a little more in your face. And then on the flip side, you've got Noir, which is the little bit sleeker, a little more refined, less branding, but almost like a hint of sensuality as you're interacting with the product.
You're almost labeling it the piece of art for your kitchen. Is really that line, right?
It really is the kitchen, the jewelry of the kitchen. It's probably the best way to describe it. And two types of kitchens. The first one is that, hey, I want this product to be loud in your face, see it, know it, I got great product. And then the second option might be like, I kind of want it to just disappear. All right, this kitchen just look real sleek and not have as much embellishment.
Yeah, very subtle is what I like. But the fit and finish is really what we were talking about, because we're talking about one of the elite brands. I mean, it's all fit and finish when it comes down to here. We don't talk about BTUs. We don't talk about wattage. We talk about performance, design, and really what sets this apart. So I mean,
and just to those touch points, like you're saying, that when you're turning a knob, it should almost feel like remember like the record player your grandpa had where like you turn, you kind of like feel that knob, like it should have that feel to it. When you touch a handle, there should be that feeling on the tips of your fingers. As you open the door or close the door, like how it just pulls itself shut and works well for you.
And we were talking about even the handle in general. It's just, you talk about a handle's one piece. Here it's 5 separate pieces molded together, with a lace back. And it just, even the amount that went into the Rise handle, it's just unbelievable.
So when thinking about these handles, these are really expensive handles. The Rise handle being a reverse knurled, but typical knurling is usually in a square or in a diamond pattern, which has just a real machine feel to it. However, the JennAir Rise style has almost like a twist to this knurling, so it gives this like organic feel to an otherwise really like machine style product.
Yeah, I mean, if you're close to one, you gotta grab one. You gotta grab both of them, But that's just, just a snippet into the detail that goes into this, especially with the mixed metals, the brasses and just things like that. Even the caps on these grates. I mean, over 300 ports in there to bring gas to your cooktop. I mean, talk about all that.
Sure.
I love it.
So I love where you're going with the mixed metal, design trend. That within this, on the Rise style, there are brass bezels behind all of the controls that control the cooking surface. Chrome bezels behind all of the knobs that control the ovens below. Within here, these can all be changed. And what I would encourage is to come to the JennAir Experience showroom, take a look at the product, feel it, interact with it, touch the knobs, touch the handles. Come take a look at these hand-drilled ports on the burners.
And you can really see the craftsmanship that comes into it. We talked about the weldings on the 30-inch. I remember everything you say. So we talked about the weldings on the 30-inch cooktop. So what did you say there? I mean, like it's a special weld. Like it's just nothing that. How'd it go?
So our gas cooktops have an incredible weld where it's a true 90 degree that is flawless. It looks like it's stamped. So this is the best way to describe it. The company that does the welds for us also makes LASIK eye surgery machines. So you want to talk about like precision, right? Like this is over the top precision, right? It's incredible. And that's in 30 and 36.
Yeah, 30 and 36. And then we talked about the 2 pennies, the finish, like, to a degree on those ranges as well.
So inset cooktops is probably the coolest design style, right? But that's really hard, right? That you got to get a cabinet company that can, cut these countertops, cut this stone out to just the right height, and then heaven forbid if you ever have to replace it, well now you're kind of in a pickle, right? With JennAir, we give you that exact same style, but allow for a little bit of this. It's not truly inset, but it gives you that look of an inset. And that's something that nobody else can do.
You're right.
Because we've got the machining to be able to do it.
And that's another piece. I mean, from installation, to performance, it kind of sets everything apart. and we have to touch on. I'm staring at these modular pieces. Got to talk about this. We have a whole wall in the JennAir showroom here in Hillman of all these modular pieces. So kind of go through some of the fun that you can have on some of these.
So when I think about cooking, if we back up just a little bit, cooking has been kind of prescribed. Like, do you want a 36 or do you want a 30-inch cooktop? Like, it is what it is. Within here, well, wait a second, what if I don't want just a gas cooktop? What if I want induction, and I want a gas, and I want a wok? You know, you can have like any style you want. But that's really the benefit of having JennAir's, that it allows you to customize your own kitchen, create the own kitchen that you want, which is the luxury. So within this JennAir Experience Showroom, we have all of the custom cooktops on display that you can see, interact with, touch, and feel, see how they go together.
I mean, for me, I'm looking at the wall right now, and I'm saying chrome-infused griddle for chef, induction wok, you know, the power burner wok, I'll take that one. You know what I mean? I would put 6 of these together with the downdraft strips, and
it's so funny, you say chrome-infused griddle, and here I am, it's like a mirror, like right next to me. I was checking my...
You're right, how do we look today? But, I mean, and that's another piece that, you know, we talk about griddles, you know, aging griddles. People don't want to cook on their griddles because they're never going to look the same. Not with JennAir. The chrome-infused griddle, time and time again, will come back to that chrome mirrored finish. So
when I think about the performance of the griddle, though, that's kind of where I kick off with. This is the best performing griddle. 8-pass electric element, true even heat. No flavor transfer because it's non-porous, right? But then like this cleanability story, that's why nobody ever wants to use a cast griddle. That's why you get a cast pan to put under your cabinets when you're done, right?
You're right.
You kind of hide it away afterwards. But with chrome infused, it always looks great.
Tying back to that open concept of that kitchen, really products looking just as good as the day you bought them in an open setting. Plus, the flavor transfer is huge. I mean, from making fish the night before to making breakfast the next day, you're never going to see that flavor transfer or that residual in that oil. From a chef standpoint, I think it's flawless.
Oh, totally. I mean, I've heard it before, too, that, you know, a cast griddle gets delivered and somebody's like, it's never going to look that good again. But within JennAir, these products always stay looking this good because it's non-porous. But kind of that's like the secondary benefit. But the real benefit is that there's no flavor transfer. So like you'd mentioned too, that, you know, in the evening you might make salmon, but then in the morning you make waffles. You know, you don't have that flavor transfer going on between the two. And
as we wrap up here, let's just give them a quick send off of, you know, what we're looking for JennAir upcoming, you know, product wise, availability wise, and for all the customers.
Got it. With JennAir availability, we've been much better than average. I'm not saying we've been perfect, but I would give a solid A in terms of availability. Don's availability has been fantastic. Part of this working with you.
Perfect. So thanks, Carl. let's run through it, guys. You can see this at our Cannonsburg store, at our Hillman Appliances store, online, or at donsappliances.com for all of your questions and comments. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll
Thank
see you later, crew.